Good morning everyone. Today I am going to start new chapter. Chapter number 5. Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. Let me explain you the meaning of geometry first. You might have done in your previous class that the word geometry means geo means what? Earth, and the another consequence metry means what? Measurement. So simply you can say that measurement of earth in terms of any shape or any object is termed as what? Geometry. If I am talking about the shape and objects, we have different shapes and objects, like we have a square, rectangle, circle, and so many. This is what the concept or the basic things what we done in the past. Later on, with Euclid, so many mathematicians come to solve the problems of measurements, in which we have Pythagoras. Why should we forget Pythagoras? You done Pythagoras theorem also. Then Brahmbhatt tha na sir? And Thales. Till what I know, I have given you the names of some mathematicians. Okay, and even Aryabhat also there. Actually, Brahmbhatt, I'd like to tell you, the mathematician who was in very past, along with the Aryabhat, done so many discoveries about the measurement of things, collection of the things. So, let me start you with Euclid's work. Okay, now Euclid's definition, axioms and postulates. Currently, if we have to measure something, we can easily measure along with our scale. We have to take an arc, we can take rounder, we can measure with protractor, but in the past it was not there. So we were lacking of the concept that what the things are and till what we had to measure. Even we were not assured about the terms of mathematics like point. If I'll ask you about point, it is a point, you can see it is what? Something given in space, in a plane. Now again I use the term plane here. So what is the plane? Plane means a type of shape where we can do our observation and calculation simply without distracting the surface. That is called as what? Plane. So in plane, it was the first term which was considered by Euclid, and it was what? Point. Okay, so you can see that these are some elements like point. If I am talking about a point is that which has no part. Now you can see a little bit dot here, that is point. Even if you have a very sharp jotter pen, you can make a little bit dot once again comparing to it also. You can see one more dot here. Now it is not possible to measure its radius or to its total length along with the circumference. So this is what the point. It was the element in the theory of Euclid's postulate. So what is that theory? A point is that which has no part, and it is also true. Okay, we can consider a smaller point comparing to this also. Depends on if I am taking a pencil from pencil, I can take a little bit dot once more. So that is also a point. So if you can see clearly, I have drawn 3 points. I have made 3 points here in the space, in the plane. The first one you can see very clearly. Second one you need to have to take care about whether it is, and the third one is very very smaller than the first and second one. So this is what one of the elements of Euclid's geometry. Then I will talk about a line. From where the line came. A special theory for line is what? Suppose there are so many points in this space, and if they are lying in the same plane, in the same manner, same process, and if I consider it as an dot structure, and if I extend it, I will find that I can extend these points in both the directions, and in both the directions extensions give what? A line. So we can say that a line is the element in Euclid's postulate which can be extended in both the directions. So another element of eclipse postulate is what? A line. A line is breathless length. Okay, these are what? It is little bit information that what we have done in past along with our mathematicians. Now see the third point. The ends of a line are points. Obviously, you will see the ends of the line. Okay, there must be a point somewhere which can be extended either in both directions. So this is what the two postulates were given by the Euclid. The first one is a line is a breathless length, and the second is the ends of a line are points. Now see the fourth axiom. It is what? A straight line is a line which lies evenly with the points on itself. So if I am drawing a straight line, can you consider this as a straight line? Okay, so here we can see the points, and points itself represent what? Line. Dear students, let me explain you one thing. These were the axioms which were defined not in the terms of dimension, because in dimension we know length, breadth. For 3 dimension we have length, breadth, height, but it was the elements of the plane. Now question will come in your mind that I am talking just about the plane, not about the dimension. So let me explain you. We are going point wise. We are just discussing about the plane and its element. Okay, in plane I just defined the point. In plane, the points when they are in straight way, if it is drawn, it shows the structure of line, and line which can have no ends. So by this way, it is what? The second and third point and fourth point. Then we come to know about the topic surface. A surface is that which has length and breadth only. Now here the new term has been introduced, dimension. It is convenient that you are just going through each and every point and then you are just by adding the things, but at least we should know about the concepts also. Till point number 4, okay, we were in the plane, but the point number 5 is what? Where we are going to consider a surface. So how will consider a surface? If you can see my page of the notebook, you can find here, this is what? The boundary of the surface, a boundary of the plane. Okay, I am using this plane only. So whatever the amount of plane is used by the observer or the particular things, it is what? Considered as what? Surface. So surface contains what? A boundary. Okay, boundary in the plane, that is what? Surface. So if I am considering only 2 boundaries, can you see? This is the length and this one is the breadth. So I can say that a surface is that which has length and breadth only. And one more thing is given here in the axiom, that the edges of a surface are lines. So let me explain you. If I am drawing a non-collinear lines, okay, so this part, okay, this covered part by the lines, this part is called as what? Surface, and it is a 2 dimension. Then the 7th one is given, a plane surface is surface which lies evenly with the straight lines on itself. That's what we did now. So this is what? The elements, or you can say it is what? The terms defined in terms of plane. Okay, once again I will repeat: point, line, straight line, surface, and just I talked about a plane surface. Okay, in the next segment we are going to do postulates. Okay, you will get one more thing now: postulates and axioms. What it means? Postulate and axioms means what we define, and when we are going to write in terms of some sentence, that is called as what? Postulates. And axioms means what we assume now. Our assumption should be proved by so many people that it is correct or incorrect. That is what? Axioms. Clear? So in my next segment I will explain you about postulates and axioms. So what is your assignment? You have to write all these points in the notebook, and then we will consider what? Postulate and axioms in our next segment. Have a good day.